Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Welcome you in to Meadow Park in Springfield, Missouri. The GRBL Season 10 playoffs. It is the Eliminators. One team will go on to the semifinals next Sunday. And for the losing side, the season will meet an untimely end. Only one can go on in the quest for the Howard Bell Trophy. This is the Nixa Suckers against the Republic Locos, the number 4 seed versus the number 5 seed in the playoff tournament. Let's meet the starters, beginning with the Republic Locos. They will lead off with their pitcher, fresh off of a significant face injury a week ago. But Ryan Cram is gamely in the lineup and is going to give it a go today. Batting second will be the second baseman from Federal Way, Washington, Dr. C.J. Andrews. Batting third and playing third base is number 17, Leon Griffith Jr. Batting fourth, the right fielder from Monette, Missouri, Jordan Henson. Batting fifth and playing center field from Republic, Missouri, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, Colton Simons. Batting sixth, the first baseman from Springfield, Missouri, Michael Barnes. Batting seventh and catching from Willard, Missouri, electrician Devin Phillips. Batting eighth and playing shortstop from Wablo, Missouri, Caden Kaufman. Batting ninth, the extra hitter today from Marionville, Missouri, Schuyler Henson. And batting 10th and playing left field from Neosho, Missouri, the Beef Cattleman, Scott Wilson. Nixa Suckers, the home team on the scoreboard. They have the number 4 seed in the tournament, coming off of the third place finish in the GRBL South Division. They will lead off with their center fielder, GRBL Hall of Famer Schuyler Carter. A change in the lineup as they move the shortstop from Mount Vernon, Missouri, Logan Rycraft, into the 2 spot and slide everybody else down. Matter of fact, I was so used to writing this order that I had to get out the eraser this morning to put number 5 from Lee's Summit, Missouri, Caleb Cole, into the 3 spot. He will play second base. Batting fourth and playing left field from Waynesville, Missouri, is Trent Simpson. At batting fifth and catching from Springfield, Missouri, the player-manager Courtney Spitz. In the 6th spot is the third baseman. He's from Springfield, Missouri. That's Landon Clark. Batting 7th and playing right field from Griffith, Indiana, Jamar Avery Hart. Batting 8th and pitching from Sleeper, Missouri, right-hander Seth Burns. Batting 9th and playing first base today, starting in the stead of Zach Young, is a Bolivar, Missouri product, Ricky Gooding Jr. And the extra hitter bats in the 10th spot from Caracas, Venezuela, Arturo Liendo. So Seth Burns getting the start on the pitcher's mound for the second consecutive week for the Nixa Suckers. They are without rookie phenom Jake Uber today, so it is the veteran Seth Burns getting the ball instead. Burns, 18 innings, just 5 earned runs on 17 hits, 9 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 2 hit batsmen for a 2.50 ERA. Last time out he played the Ozark Mountain Ducks on September 28th, allowing 3 earned runs in 5 innings of work on 7 hits. Struck out 4 and walked 4. So Seth Burns, the big mark for him will be first pitch strikes, and he also just needs to limit the number of free passes he gives up. Seth tends to work deep into counts against a lot of hitters, and so we see a lot of strikeouts. We also see a lot of walks, as is the case with some strikeout pitchers. But for Burns, he's got a defense essentially full of Gold Glove caliber talent behind him. It's going to be a little counterintuitive and a little against his style, but the best thing he can do for himself is going to be serve up a few ground balls and let the guys behind him get to work. Republic Locos, they know everything I just said in the scouting report, so they are going to try to press Seth Burns. They're going to try to work counts, and they are going to try to put the pressure squarely on Nixa's pitchers all day long. Ryan Cram, the HVAC installer, 25 years old, from Nixa, Missouri, stands in, getting His nose busted open sliding into second base and left the game a week ago. This ball is lifted in the air to right, over, and then losing track of it in a setting sun, I believe, is the right fielder Jamar Averyhart, and that drops in for a base hit. I'd like to welcome in my partner for this one, and just set a speed record for smash burger consumption, none other than Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon.
What's going on?
Oh, sorry, now I got you. Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon.
Man, that burger's really good.
Yeah, they are good. I got to eat one, and I had about 2 innings to do it earlier today, but then you guys went to extras, so I'm like, why did I bother to eat so fast?
Exactly. No, great piece of hitting there. I know that the sun right now is pretty rough. It's right above us, right here behind the press box, so Averyhart probably just lost track of it.
Dr. C.J. Andrews bats for the Locos out of Southern Virginia University. Rookie is 5 for 21, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, a .360 on base percentage.
Now these two, when they played each other a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
Locos and Suckers, you have to go back to August 17th. It was a 14-4 win for Nixa.
Ooh, week 2, is that right?
Yeah, so it has been a while. They got Suckers got a 5-inning gem out of Jake Uber that day, but Seth Burns is the starter here. That was really also before Ryan Cram started to surge as a starting pitcher for the Locos. So different game here today. Andrews sharply hit. That is down in left field in front of Trent Simpson. That's back-to-back hits for Republic to start this ball game.
You know, and we've talked about it a number of times since you and I've done Loco games quite a few times. They got Schuyler Henson on the back end, Micah B on the back end. But Ryan Cram, like you said, he's come out and he's done a really good job as that starter going that. Sometimes he will just throw that 5 innings and, you know, leave the 3 or the back end and maybe even extra innings for Schuyler Henson.
Ryan Cram, in terms of his pitching, has done a lot as Griffith lifts this one in the air to right. That's going to be trouble, but it's hauled in, and a great over-the-shoulder grab by Caleb Cole. Yeah, Ryan Cram, you know, by just going out and shoving like he has, he's really taken a lot of pressure off of the entirety of the Locos pitching staff.
Yes,
and we've seen it pay dividends for Schuyler Henson and for several other relievers that they might bring into this game before it is done, as Jordan Henson stands in. He's Schuyler Henson's kid brother. He's a rookie. And Jordan has hit pretty well in limited appearances, 3 for 13 with a couple of RBIs, swung and missed at a Seth Burns slider there.
The littles are trying to wave.
Well, yeah, trying. Nothing like trying to get, I don't know, have you ever tried directional pointing with a 1.5-year-old? Yeah, good luck, pal.
Look, shiny object.
I mean, I appreciate my wife for trying there, but it's not happening.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's fun. You know, I came out here, you know, we were just married and, you know, enjoying all that, and now we've got a couple of kids who have turned into big GRBL fans. So 1 and 2. My daughter Kate is 3. She can name all 6 teams. She can name a couple of players.
She's a Branson Showman fan.
That's what she says, you know. She, don't get offended. She thinks your legal name is Justin Fruit Snacks. I have done nothing to correct her and will not.
No need to.
So 2 and 2 here for Jordan Henson. And Seth Burns working hard here. There's a swing, and that ball got out of here. God, that may be in somebody's front yard over by that apartment complex.
You know, we were joking, and there's so much room over here, and I know that you park way over there.
Yes, I do.
And I told Trey, I said, hey, why don't you try to foul one off way over there and hit Rance's car. And he said, where's he park at? And I said,
no.
It's over there in the Dillard's parking lot.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be next week. No, so this is no joke. This has been a couple years back. It was one of our first sessions here at Metter, but walked out of the stadium after a night of work, and I saw a baseball player and his girlfriend with a shop vac, and they were vacuuming pieces of sunroof out of a vehicle, and I said, yeah, that's not going to be me.
It's not going to be me.
My days of close parking at this facility are done. So they get Leon Griffith rather on strikes. Or no, check that. They get Jordan Henson on strikes. The batter here is Colton Simons in the 5 spot. It's 2 away.
Leon Griffin flied out to Caleb Cole.
That is right. It was such a nice catch, I didn't bother to write it. Now I'm on the same page with you. So first and second, 2 out.
This game is full of Hall of Famers. You got Caleb Cole playing second, Schuyler Carter in center, Schuyler Henson on the Locos. 3 guys, and
ton of talent. And there's not a lot of guys in that Hall of Fame fraternity yet. When it's a small group, you put 2 on one team, that's a big deal. There's Courtney Spitz trying to throw down to second, but Ryan Cram got back. Courtney likes to throw out runners. So if you're going to play for the Nixa Suckers and you are an infielder, get ready to be active. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Simons, sponsored by Repmo Baseball and Acres of Envy Landscaping.
So a lot of people don't know this, but I played for Courtney in 2018.
Yeah, Team Elite.
Elite Promotions, and he likes to wear the backwards hard helmet, first baseman helmet. The mask he has on is actually the one that I used to use when I was umpiring baseball, so it is extremely light.
Yeah.
But I let him use it one time. I said, I got one because I think his broke or something, and he didn't want to go to...
Yeah, I remember that. I think he broke a strap mid-game, as a matter of fact.
And I said, I got one in my car. I can go out and get it. So I went out and got it. And
You've never seen it since?
Nope.
Well, it seems to have served Spitz well over the course of his career.
Yeah, he loves it. So, no, it's extremely light. I mean, it's a good mask.
Deuce is wild here for Colton Simons. Seth Burns trying to get to the dugout. Simons puts this one in the air center field. Schuyler Carter got a late jump, but he's quick enough that matters very little. It's a catch and the out. So 2 hits to start this for the Locos, but then the Suckers are able to retire the side. Nothing in the early going. Fruit Snacks and I will bring you the bottom of the first right after this.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health. You're invited to pause and feel connected. Let's practice by taking a deep breath in and an exhale out, and start to notice the space around you. What can you see that is a reminder of your connection with others? Maybe it's a drawing created by a child, a music playlist put together with a friend, a beloved pet basking in the sun. If we look closely, there's evidence of our connection to others all around us.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Burger, Justin Loudon back with you live at Meadow Park, where the GRBL Eliminators are taking place. We just saw the Branson Showmen defeat the Springfield Metropolitans 9-8 in 12 innings in a game that went 3 hours and 55 minutes. So that is the reason why this one got going an hour and 20 after its announced 3 p.m. start time. So,
well, sir, I'll be the first to say it, and I don't really care, but there's no time limit when it comes to playoff baseball.
Nope, there is not. So we tossed that rule out the window, and rightly so. I wouldn't want to see a playoff baseball game come down to a time limit. I think that's the worst thing. I get chapped when a regular season game comes to the time limit. I think.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, because
and I say that as
time limit both times was against the Ducks.
And I say that as I'm one of the staff members that the time limit rule is in theory supposed to help out a little bit. So here's Schuyler Carter batting for the Nixa Suckers. He swings and chops one right side. Andrews is going to have to hurry, but he gets the ball to Michael Barnes at first in time for the first out.
You know, this Nixa lineup, it's solid 1 through 5, 1 through 6.
So we're going to see if gambling and putting Logan Rycraft up in the order is going to pay dividends for the Fish. They had been going Carter, Cole, Simpson, Spitz. Today it's Carter, Rycraft, Cole, Simpson, Spitz. Logan sponsored by Foundation Recovery Systems, and he looks at a strike from Ryan Cram. And boy, if Ryan Cram's got any kind of lingering effects from that nose injury, he's not showing it.
You know, and it could be a big part of not having the big first baseman. I don't think he's here.
Zach Young, yeah,
Zach
he is
Young.
not in the lineup. They're starting Ricky Gooding instead. So, yeah, that could be, you're right, a little ripple effect of not having Young to bat in the 5 spot. You move
Rycraft
everybody
up,
down. Yeah. Move Rycraft up. But Logan's hit well, 7 for 23 with 7 RBIs. It's a little bit of an offensive uptick for him when you compare that with his rookie year.
He's a good dude, likes to talk ball. We were actually standing over here in between innings because everybody knows that I can't sit still if I'm pitching. So I take a little walk and I just start talking to whoever wants to talk. And Logan Rycraft's one of them. And you know, we actually started talking about golf, which
I was going to say, you've actually gone out and scrambled with Logan Rycraft at some point, right?
A couple weeks ago, and he's getting better. At least that's what he tells me. So at least that's what he tells me.
Oh boy! Well, yeah, golf stories are like fishing stories. You know,
you are absolutely right. I mean, I could tell you I shot 106 one day and then turned around and shot 70 something, and
exactly.
But, you know, that's honestly days that I've had before.
I was just 18 strokes off from shooting par that day.
I was,
Full count here for Logan Rycraft. Mount Vernon, Missouri native. Clubs 1. That is going to go foul into the bullpen. Yeah, running out of the way. It looked like someone was trying to.
Was actually trying to make a play on it.
She was just out there looking for the safest place in the ballpark to let a toddler burn energy, and Rycraft let loose with a laser there. So we'll do another payoff. This is pitch number 7 of the plate appearance.
Speaking of, we're talking about golf, we went out and we were at that scramble, and Logan goes, "Man, I don't really want to lose any of my good balls." And I said, "Oh yeah." So what are you hitting? And he pulls his balls, the balls out of the bag, and nitros. And I said, "You're worried about losing a bunch of nitros out here?" And needless to say, we gave him a hard time. We found him a couple of good balls.
Everything's a good ball when you pay real money for it, Snacks.
Exactly.
So here's Caleb Cole. What a season he has had. Don't call it a comeback. He is 7 for 15, 8 runs scored, 1 double, a .667 on-base percentage for the Hall of Famer. 72 base hits in his career ranks him among the top 5 all time. Trailing now.
A Rebel assassin is what he is in the box.
Yes, he is. Just quick set of hands, and he seems to find weaknesses in the defense. That time, though, a double play ball. Andrews to Kaufman to Barnes. A 4-6-3. And as much as we make of how good the Suckers are defensively,
those two right
that's
there.
a pretty good middle for the Republic Locos, and you just saw why on the 4-6-3 double play. Back with inning number 2, tied up 0-0. More after this.
Life is full of things to worry about. Your home's foundation shouldn't be one of them. Vertical and horizontal foundation cracks, windows and doors that stick are all indications that your home has foundation issues. At Foundation Recovery Systems, we offer permanent solutions that help put your worries to rest. Call us today for a free inspection.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661.
Go Mavericks!
Hamburger and Fruit Snacks with you live for this GRBL Playoff Eliminator. Nixa Suckers and Republic Locos are scoreless after 1. Seth Burns back to the hill for the fish. It'll be the bottom half of the order coming up here for Republic. Michael Barnes, Devin Phillips, and Caden Kaufman are the first 3 due up here. It's coming up next Sunday. We will see a semi-final round. Starts at high noon with the Ozark Mountain Ducks taking on the winner of this game. Then at 3 o'clock, it'll be the Branson Showmen locking up against the number 2 seeded Moon City Mavericks. 2 winning teams on October 12th will go on to battle it out for the Howard Bell Trophy on Sunday, October 19th. A 6:15 p.m. start time has been announced for that one. Michael Barnes sends the first pitch from Seth Burns into the stratosphere, but down into the glove of the center fielder Schuyler Carter for the first out.
You know, when we were off the air and we were coming back, we were talking about how the families travel. You know, you got the Simpsons over here, that Trent Simpson and Trey's parents and Trent's wife.
Yeah, Sydney is there. Yeah, they've got a little one as well.
Yeah, and then right down here in front of us is Mikey B's family.
Yeah, he always brings an entourage.
They fill up that entire row most of the time, but it looks like they got their lawn chairs today.
Yeah, you can do lawn chairs, no canopies. That's the rule. So they were going for maximum mobility and shade, I think, today. That was the move.
And then you got Devin Phillips.
Devin Phillips with his wife Zoe and their 7 kids. And yeah, they roll up in the van. You know they're coming. Boy, howdy of it. Yeah, never a dull moment when Devin Phillips is playing, is there?
No, and you know, yesterday I believe he posted, you know, he was sharing the pictures on Facebook, and he said, "Come out and watch my last game," but most likely not.
It might be my last game, and yeah, maybe not. His wording was interesting there, wasn't it?
It was. But Devin Phillips is a good one. He's a good catcher. He'll talk to you.
Yeah, he's really just played his way into every opportunity he's gotten in this league, and he's become just the guy you throw back there for the Locos and forget about it. 2-2 down on strikes he goes. Yeah, but he's caught. You know, they drafted Leon Griffith with the thought that he would catch some innings, but really they've stuck with Devin Phillips. I mean, number one, I know they like the way he works with Ryan Cram, but he's really worked well with everybody on this staff, and that speaks to his ability as a catcher.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Ryan Cram and him play together on?
Yes, they played together with Moon City a season ago, and yeah, they like working together. And so Chris Meza, very wisely, I think, said, "Yeah, you know what? You guys are going to continue working together."
So I got to tell the story about this Kaufman.
Caden, yeah.
Yeah. So he's down here. I'm just throwing, getting loose, and this is right in the. Let's see, we scored 6th in the 5th inning.
Sixth inning, yeah, 6 in the 6th.
So we're down here talking, and his brother gets pulled into the game to pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're trying to save Clay there. And I said, "Kaufman," I said, "what's your brother throw?" He goes, "I don't know. He threw to me once in BP and hit me in the back with a slider, and I never let him throw to me again." And then he goes, "Yeah, he throws slow." So those two, I got a feeling, were pretty competitive at their house.
Yeah, very much so. 1-2. Caden swung and fouled. Yeah, they had a great, before the first week of the season, they weren't even playing each other, but Caleb posted a photo on social media of the two of them having breakfast together, and it was captioned, "Dining with the enemy. Don't worry, I still finished my breakfast and drank my milk faster than he did." So, yeah, the Kaufman boys have really relished this opportunity to play against each other as Caden gets struck out there. So Caleb Kaufman's season is done. It is up to younger brother Caden to carry the mantle. 0-0, Locos and Suckers back with the bottom of the 2nd.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Half, Ryan Cram back to the hill for the Republic Locos. This game, the seeding for this one, the home versus away, ended up being decided by a single game, the head-to-head between these two clubs. That was back on August 17th. That resulted in a 14-4 victory for the Suckers. And we go way back into history to decide that it would be the Suckers having home field advantage today. But with the win earlier by the 3-seed Branson Showman, that sets up a 3 versus 2 semifinal. So the winner of this game is going to get the #1 overall seeded Ozark Mountain Ducks. Batter is Trent Simpson. And yeah, he always, as you said earlier, Justin, yeah, we usually see his father Alan, his wife Sydney, their 2 daughters.
Alan's right here in front of us.
And yeah, he likes to go behind the plate when Trent's batting, so he doesn't miss one of those. Andrews up with it. Oh my goodness, what a recovery by C.J. Andrews.
The doctor with the smooth hands.
That was some spectacular defense. That is now the 3rd assist for C.J. Andrews, the Locos' second baseman in this ball game. That's just 4 outs, and he's had a hand in 3 of them. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. Yeah, he can pick. Here's Courtney Spitz standing in for the Suckers.
Kickapoo guy.
Indeed. And that
you
hit
big
him.
sissy. It bounced and hit him, and he acts like it was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball off the shin.
Oh, come on.
Spitz is going to get it.
He's a catcher.
So what are you saying? He's soft?
I know. I'm saying he's covered. He's one walking bruise by this point in the season.
You were right.
Everything hurts at this point, is what I'm saying. Here's Landon Clark.
You know, and it's crazy to think he led the league in hits last year.
Yes, he did. Set a single season record with 18. Landon Clark, sponsored by Elevate Athletics, elevated that one into right, where there's Jordan Henson to camp out and make the grab for out #2.
Spitz and I played high school ball against each other. You know him, Kickapoo, me, Lebanon.
Yeah.
That's when the Ozark Conference was real.
That's when men were men. Yes, indeed. Jamar Avery Hart steps up. Indiana native out of Trine University.
Looks like he's got a new bat.
Yes, he does. And he is crowded in. Spitz takes off, and a late swing from Avery Hart. Leon Griffith, the third baseman, up with it. He hopped the throw.
Mikey B.
Mikey B with the flex seal hangs on, and they get the out. Little interesting hit and run attempt there from the Suckers. You like the aggression, but they come away empty. We stay scoreless after 2. We're back with the 3rd inning in a moment.
Your local Huzzy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Huzzy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Huzzy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Huzzy.
Thus far, it has been a duel between Ryan Cram for the Locos And Seth Burns for the Suckers, aided by some pretty sure-handed defense by the infielders for both clubs.
So thinking out loud here, let's see. They're going to go to Barnes. Will probably go as far as he can. Probably.
You mean Cram?
No,
Oh no, Burns. Sorry, I thought you said
Seth.
Barnes. My mistake.
No, Burns.
I just misheard your Missouri accent.
Missouri
there.
accent.
Sorry. No,
So-
you're from Missouri, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But so then after that, let's see. They're probably going to go.
I've been going to Ricky Gooding,
Which is playing first.
Yeah.
So I could see that straight swap there.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Do you bring in?
They could bring in Landon Clark, who's pitched some nice innings. They also saw them use Logan Rycraft, and I think everything's on the table, Justin. It's the playoffs.
Can't hold nothing back.
There is no tomorrow if you don't win the ball game. So that means you do everything. You use anybody. You know, they've also got Jamar
Bold
Averyhart
move
who can
there,
pitch.
Cotton.
Courtney Spitz can also pitch.
Well, I haven't seen that since 2018.
It has been a minute, yes. 2019, I believe, was the last time he threw in a playoff game for sure. Schuyler Hinson gets brushed back, and it is now 2-0. Definitely expect to see Hinson pitch later in the game for the Locos. The question is who is going to be their bridge pitcher.
Maybe they let Mikey B set out and go to Colton Simons.
I don't know. They've used Michael Barnes very sparingly.
Scott Wilson.
They could use Scott Wilson. They could use Leon Griffith. We could see Caden Morrow. I have stopped trying to predict who the Locos will bring on in relief a long time ago, because every time I think I have figured out who it's going to be, it's somebody else. Hinson swung and missed at strike two. Yeah, that was filthy stuff from Seth, wasn't it? Deuces here.
I know
for
Seth is not
Schuyler
normally
Hinson.
their 5-inning guy. I mean,
No,
Jake
but
Uber.
yeah, Jake Uber was that guy. But
Seth
pitched 5 innings a week ago and was very sharp.
And he looks great here. I mean, we're already in the third, and he looks good.
Yeah, had a probably best pitching performance for Seth would have been September 14th. That was a game where they were also without Jake Uber, and Seth pitched 5 scoreless innings against the Mountain Ducks. Just needed 65 pitches to get through 5 scoreless innings. Scattered 5 hits, but it was 5 bagels on the board, and I don't have to tell you that's the number that matters most in grip and rip baseball pitching.
Very much so. You get those zeros up there, and it's a whole different game.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to the Marionville Comet, who puts this one into play, and that's going to get through. Just a little misread, perhaps, on the part of the third baseman, but a hard hit ball can get up on you in a hurry.
I'm telling you right now, those guys down there with the trigger on the air button, they love to hit it quick and fast, don't they? Pow, pow. No.
And
Trey over here he had a ball that it was in foul territory, and he kind of flopped and tried to catch.
Well, he overran it and then threw his back out trying to go back.
I joke with him and I said, just so you know, they parked that as an air. And he's one that he can take it and he'll dish it out too, but we like to keep it light over there. And then he gets intense sometimes.
Antics was the word Trey Turner used in the post-game interview today. Scott Wilson puts one way up. That is tailing into foul territory, and that will ricochet off of the bullpen fence, but no chance for anyone on the Suckers to make a play.
Scotty's been in the league for a long time.
Yes, indeed. A steady-handed, experienced ball player is Scott Wilson out of Crowder College. Debuted in 2021. He's collecting jerseys. He's got one for the Ducks, one for the Suckers, one for the Mavericks, and now a Locos jersey here in 2025.
So you're telling me, because I heard you and Brock talking about it, this could be the first guy to get all 16 jerseys?
I wouldn't go that far. There are a few guys with 4, but I mean, if anybody's going to do it,
I have 4.
Well, in the town ball era,
right? Moon City.
Yeah.
That's Showman. Nope. 3.
Yeah, you have 3.
Maybe it's just because I got extra ones when I was handing out posters.
in the town ball era, well, that's I have one of every team in my closet at home, but that's just my off-season wardrobe. So You have Scott Wilson, you have Tyler Jones, you have King Owens.
King Owens has them, yep.
They, those are really the guys who are collecting. But yeah, it's all those guys have 4, I believe. So nobody is flirting with collecting all 6 just yet.
I think the only ones that King is missing, maybe the Mets.
Yeah, he's never been a Met.
And the Suckers, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Moon City, and last year he was with the Ducks.
Yep. So yeah, he's played for, and same deal with Tyler Jones. He's never been a Met, and he has not ever been a showman. But so Scott Wilson would also need a Mets jersey.
And a showman.
And yeah, he's never been a showman. He's played for everybody else. But that's that's not a slight on any of those guys.
No,
it just
not.
means they have demonstrated enough value that a manager will select them in a middle round of the draft because you know what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
And in Scott Wilson's case, you get a smart ball player. Here he is. He's working deep into account against Seth Burns, so he's making the starter work.
Can play in the outfield. Can come in and throw you a couple innings.
Yep, and he can get on base. It's money ball, baby. He gets on.
Back to the top.
And Wilson can play first if he needs to. I mean, if you asked him to go start tearing down the outfield wall, he'd probably pick up a sledge and go do that for you. So here's Ryan Cram as the Locos go to the top of the order. Cram singled out to right first time. Now batting with runners on first and second and nobody out. So
I'm sorry, his walk-up song gets me every time. It's
Ryan Cram?
Morgan Wallen swinging and missing is the first.
That's well hit to left, but Trent Simpson got a hold of it, and then the throw back in time. They pick off Schuyler Hinson.
What a play.
Trent Simpson to Caleb Cole, and that also just wipes a guy out on scoring position. So a little unconventional 7-4 double play there. So C.J. Andrews is also 1 for 1, but the runner Wilson is now standing at first with 2 outs. That could end up being the play that bites the Locos later in this game.
And we've talked about it. Their defense is top notch. I mean, really, it starts back here with Courtney Spitz, the captain, the general, whatever, and then you got those 2 up the middle, and Logan Rycraft and Caleb Cole. Probably 2 of the best middle infielders in the league. I mean, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
A Gold Glove. Both of them, right?
You take Caleb Cole and transplant him onto any other roster. He's the starting shortstop. But
exactly.
It's an embarrassment of riches for the Suckers. This is in the air to right, and Cole will call off Avery Hart, who
he's like, "Hey man, that's my ball. I'm coming in."
Yeah, Jamar wanted that, I think. But yeah, and then you got 3 outfielders who could all be somebody's starting center fielder on any given day. And really, the guys on the corners, today it's Ricky Gooding at first, but Zach Young has played well, and Landon Clark has played a pretty good third base rather, all season long. It's a great defense, and it's why they are the least scored upon team in the GRBL. We will step aside. We remain scoreless, middle of the third. Back with more Locos Suckers. It's an eliminator.
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Everyday.
Overnight.
24/7. Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Three in the order due up for the Nixa Suckers in the bottom of the third. Seth Burns coming to scratch here. They've got Ricky Gooding Jr. in the on-deck circle and Arturo Liendo due up after that. Seth Burns looked at a called strike one from Ryan Cram. Burns got under that one. It is back to the screen and no shot.
Allen was all over.
No, yeah, I was going to say, well, that's, hey, that is the genetics that produced both Trent Simpson and Trey Simpson. So you know he's got a pretty
Simpson took his hat off
pretty good eye for it. Yeah, he was ready to protect and he was ready to snag it, but just ended up on the wrong side of the screen. It's a game of inches sometimes, Justin.
You know,
nothing and two.
The Simpsons, like I said, they're from Waynesville, so I would always see their dad in a black with white panel front and an orange W on the front, the Waynesville Tiger hat. So
Ryan Cram gets Seth Burns on strikes, his first of the day. Bring up Ricky Gooding Jr., sponsored by the Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri. Family owned and operated at 525 West Broadway. So Ricky Gooding, a rookie from Bolivar High School, now lives in Fair Play, Missouri. He looks at strike one.
You know, and I will be the first to say, I get frustrated sometimes, especially when pitching doesn't go my way. But these guys do a really good job. They do the best they can. You know, we as competitors would like to think that we're right all the time, but we know we're not.
Gooding reached down and dug that one into center field. That was kind of a little inside golf swing there.
But these two right here, Ed and Brian, do a great job for this league.
Yeah, it's Brian Lozano's on the bases. He was the plate umpire for that 12-inning game that preceded this one, and then Edward Browning has gone behind the dish.
I think I upset him a little bit.
Well, here's the good news, Justin. This crew is working the semifinals as well, so all that you're feeling now will carry over into Sunday, October 12th.
Well, I made a comment to him because he was trying. Fox came out and said something to me when I was on the mound, and I just said, "Hey, we don't have a time limit. It's playoff time. Don't rush us, please," or something to that effect. Probably wasn't those nice of words.
It was a grounder to the shortstop off the bat of Arturo Liendo.
He kind of just looked at me like, "Okay." But no, he does a great job. Him and Ed do a really good job for us.
So we go E6 goes on the board.
This is
on
the
that
1-2
Liendo
punch.
grounder, and we go back to the top of the order. But Browning and Lozano work together a lot. They get assigned a lot of big GRBL games.
Most likely, they're going to have the championship.
And that's
game.
why they're assigned to these playoff games. It'll be a three-man crew for the championship. I can tell you that. So, no spoilers. Schuyler Carter is the batter for the Suckers, who have 2 on, 1 out. This is the biggest chance they have had today.
Nobody better.
And
Schuyler
why not send the league's all-time leader in base hits? 89 of them in his career. He's 5 for 21 on the season, 2 runs batted in.
Got to play with Schuyler in, let's see, 22, 23. With the
would have
Mets.
been 23. That was his Mets here.
Yep, 23, and then 24 with Showman. But
that is a chopper foul.
he had some of the brightest orange cleats. That's how I knew him.
Yeah.
It's the guy in the outfield with the real fast, bright orange cleats. But he's a ball player. Like,
he's got a. Speaking of jersey collectors, we were talking about that. He's been on 4 teams: Suckers, Showman, Ducks, Mets, and then the Showman again. Now the Suckers again. He is yet to play for the Republic Locos or the Moon City Mavericks. This is lifted in the air center field. Simons is going to have to hurry. That's going to get down for extra bases. Gooding scores. It's 1-0 Suckers. Liendo's coming home. Carter going for the triple, and he will do so standing up. A 2 RBI triple. The 90th base hit of Schuyler Carter's career is a 2 RBI shot in the playoffs. And with just 1 out, he's also 90 feet away from adding another.
So we went to do uniforms, median day, And we get there, and it was us and the Nixa Suckers there to do ours first. And Carter is over there digging through the jerseys, trying to find number 2. Well, come to find out, Logan had already taken it.
Yes, he had. He had gotten it the night before, as a matter of fact. 2-0.
Because he couldn't be there for the pictures.
That's right. So there you go. You want to make sure you get your jersey number, invent an excuse to miss media day, but agree to go the night before. Worked for Rycraft, so Carter
has number
took
12.
The number 12. So he kept the 2 on the back, but he's not superstitious, just a little stitious. There was a year where he had the jersey number 1, and I believe he was disgusted with his performance. No, that was a Showman year.
Last year he was 2.
Yeah, he's been number 2 throughout his career, but for, I believe, his 2021 season, he had number 1 for the Branson Showman, but he hated it. So he's trying number 12 out. 2-2 here as number 2 Logan Rycraft bats for the Suckers. And he looked at a strike. Man, Ryan Cram bearing down after giving up that triple. He's got 2 strikeouts in the game.
It doesn't get easier, though.
No, I mean, this is just, as much as we go on and on and on about how well the Suckers defend, they've got some sticks.
How many hits he got total in his career?
Caleb Cole?
Yeah.
He is at now 72.
First year playing, I played with Table Rock Lake Monsters, and he was very impressive.
He was the MVP that season, as a matter of fact, 2017. He was 13 of 24 that year.
That would explain it.
So yeah, all he did was go bat .542.
Yeah,
you know, nothing too shabby there. I mean, he's like I said, came into the day with a 667 OBP. He is now 7 for 16. So.
And the bad thing is,
shy of 500.
I mean, it's not bad by no means, but he can do this from both sides. Like, people don't realize that, but Caleb Cole is a switch hitter and can hit from the left side. I want to say, was it 2 years ago? So he took off last year before.
He's taken a few ABs from over there in his career. I think
he had pinched a nerve or done something, got hurt.
Yeah, he's had some back problems. Yeah.
So he had to go to the other side. And he came up, and, I mean, he did fine. I mean, He's still going to put the ball in play.
He's just athletic enough, and a lot of people don't know this. He was a 2-sport athlete as a high schooler. He was a football quarterback. And
baseball done him good.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just didn't have college football size, but he was a good football quarterback at Lee's Summit North. He was an option quarterback.
I was gonna say I could see him running the option, and
they ran a kind of a spread offense, a lot of stuff out of the gun, and he ran about as much as he threw. 3-2. Actually found a very old, well, not very old. I found an old newspaper story about Caleb Cole as a football player, in which it was the Blue Springs Examiner very unflatteringly used the term jumbo shrimp to describe the way Caleb Cole approached the game of football. And I was like, that's about some of the most backhanded sports writing I think I've ever seen.
And football down here it's a big deal.
Football in Kansas City is a different sport.
Yes, and it's up there you got Lee Summit West, North, all of them.
Caleb Cole draws the walk there, so that helps the old OBP we were talking about. And he's on for Trent Simpson. And if you're the Suckers, just any way to extend what is a momentum-grabbing inning is a good thing.
Has not changed his walk-up song since he's come into the league.
No, I appreciate it. He's got his Billy Squire, comes up to the stroke, and just, rides with it. I like it. 6 for 24 on the season is Simpson, hitting .250. Got under that one. That's going to be right on our lid, I am afraid, Snacks. Well, I didn't hear the thump.
There's a left of my car.
Well,
I parked over there thinking that the tree might stop it, but that didn't help.
Good thinking. 0-1 for Trent. Runners on the corners with 2 away. Got under that one. It's going to be tough as this is back. Andrews.
What a catch.
Over the shoulder. Oh my goodness. He was the only player who had a chance at it.
And threw his hands, just kind of like a wide receiver, just throws his hands back there and it falls in.
He is having himself one heck of a defensive day. I want it noted. C.J. Andrews and the Locos trail the Nixa Suckers 2-0. We've played 3. Back with more in a moment.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
The Nixa Suckers took a 2-0 lead in this GRBL Eliminator. A single by Ricky Gooding Jr., an error by the shortstop, and then a 2 RBI triple off the bat of Schuyler Carter, the 90th base hit of his GRBL career. He's the all-time leader in that category. Puts the Suckers up 2-0 after 3. We go to the 4th, and as we suspected, the strategy call for the Fish is going to be to hang with Seth Burns on the mound. That means he is the 3+ designee for the Suckers. Any reliever who comes on from this point forward will be capped at 3 innings of work, and partial innings are counted as such. It'll be Leon Griffith, Jordan Henson, and then Colton Simons for the Locos. So the sun has actually gone behind a cloud here. That's interesting. Chopper off the bat of Griffith to the shortstop. Rycraft hurries the throw, but that was just a dart, one away.
It's like he fielded it in midair and
yeah, feet never touched the ground the whole time.
Never touched the ground. I was calling him, like I said, I was walking around over there, and I called him the glove magician. Ryan Cox.
Pretty spectacular stuff there from Rycraft. Jordan Henson looks at a pitch down.
Oh, Seth. Good pitch.
He is making hitters frustrated with pops like that one. 2 away. Hey, what Seth Burns, if you look back at his career, some of his best times have been with Courtney Spitz
behind the dish
as his battery mate, and that's not to detract from Seth Burns, because he's a gamer, he's a competitor, comes out and plays hard every time. But Courtney Spitz can take a good pitcher like Seth Burns and turn him into a great pitcher. Colton Simons hammers one deep into center field. Carter is there, makes the catch. That's the second time today that Simons has flown out to his center field counterpart, Schuyler Carter. So 3 up, 3 down. The 4th inning is sometimes a biggie,
and that's what the Nixa Suckers need right there.
They just made light work of what is typically a pretty tough inning for a lot of GRBL teams. We're back with the bottom of the 4th in a moment. Suckers lead the Locos 2-0.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Talked about the GRBL's innings rule for pitchers in the top half of the fourth. The counter move for the Locos is to hang with their starter Ryan Cram. So same situation for them. Cram will try to pitch here in the fourth and the fifth, and then the Locos will have to go to a reliever in the sixth. But first task for Ryan Cram is going to be to get through Courtney Spitz, Landon Clark, and Jamar Averyhart, 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Suckers. They lead 2-0.
Courtney's a very patient, but he's got some pop.
Courtney Spitz, yeah, it was a sharp liner to Barnes. He's going to have to throw to Cram, and they get Spitzy by a step. Just goes to show, you know, what looks like, oh, it's just a grounder down the first base line can turn into a very difficult play when a little bit of hustle is applied. Nice job by Cram to get over there as well. And the batter is Landon Clark, sponsored by Elevate Athletics in Stratford, Missouri. And that is Landon's own business.
Training facility, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So he does one-on-one training, does some group training, just trying to encourage young athletes to do all the things that, you know, it's not just baseball or softball specific. Some of it's just, you know, helping athletes perform better, you know, cross-training, if you will. But he also does some coaching, helps out with the junior high team over in Stratford, and a 10U youth team, I believe, as well. So, you know, stays busy.
It goes without saying, like, I get it. Like, you got all these people, like Caleb Cole, and then the Kellis Trust. They do a lot of physical training, right? But, like, a guy like him, he does a lot of, I would say, even the mental part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, works with them and, you know, talks through situations and whatnot. And
just, you know, it's a lot of the little, I mean, think about it. When you were a kid, like, did you know how to warm up? Did you know how to warm down?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I can tell you, I didn't.
No. And that's like, you know, now it's like I see the game as at a different level, I guess you could say. Just,
well, you're older and smarter now.
I wouldn't say smarter, but
you've probably had to play through pain once in a while
once in a while. But no, on the same hand, it's like, you know, you grow as a person, and you realize, hey, there's stuff to learn from this. Like, okay, you know, we were kind of talking about it in our game. They back-picked Jacob at first, right? And they got him out at first on his base hit to center.
Yeah.
Right? And Leggett got over to third. But on the same thing, if they don't back-pick there, Jacob's at second, probably steals on the next pitch because you're going to put that pressure on him, right?
Yeah.
You got first and third with one out. He steals. Now you got second and third with one out. Fitzpatrick hits his double. We go up one. But, you know, it's nothing against, obviously, nobody thought that they were going to backpick Jacob.
No.
I mean, no. But, you know, it's little things that you just look at and you're saying, well, what if this, what if that? If this situation comes up again, we kind of know how to address it.
3-2,
right off the elbow.
Just hit Jamar Averyhart on the arm, and that's, you know, I mean, a hit by pitch is frustrating when you're a pitcher, but when you work a guy 3-2 and then
nothing makes me so mad when it's like a 0-2, 1-2 count. And yeah.
Just a 2-strike. You know, he's going inside. He was trying to jam Averyhart up and in. Just a little too much jam on the sandwich there.
You know, and that's something I did it today. I mean, I had people down 1-2, 0-2, whatever it may be, and I came inside, and Robert Frackle was one that got and I told him, I said, man, I'm sorry. He goes, no, that cutter moved quite a bit. So
Seth Burns, the batter for the Fish. He looks at strike one, a slider at 78 from Ryan Cram.
Then he told me it was because he had gained extra pounds from being a dad. And
that's kind of what we were speculating, if it even, you know, touched body at all, or if it was just the shirt that it caught. As Averyhart swipes second base.
Good throw.
Yeah, it was. Throw from Devin Phillips was not a bad one, but Jamar is quick, and then he also slid to the backside of the bag there, as you should. It was close.
It was.
1 ball, 1 strike. Burns grounds this one. Left side, Caden Kaufman up with it. Shuffle step and the throw to Barnes in time.
Making quick work of it.
Indeed. We have played 4. It is 2-0. Nixa leading the Republic Locos. It's a playoff eliminator. Only one team will go on to the Season 10 semifinals.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
The beef cattleman from Sleeper, Missouri, once told us on his tryout form that he had a special talent. It was working long hours without making much money. That is the life of a cattleman sometimes.
Absolutely.
Seth went to high school at Stoutland, which is traditionally a pretty strong Class 1 baseball program there in Laclede County, and then finished out at Evangel University. He's been in the GRBL since 2020. Comes over to Springfield twice a week. I think it's Wednesday, his auction day for at one of the cattle yards here in the metro, and he comes here on Sundays to play some baseball.
So Tony just did a drawing down here that kids were
the sidewalk chalk contest.
The sidewalk chalk contest. The Simpson girl from Nixa won it, and they gave her a Republic Locos jersey.
That was the one on the top. Well, Trent was a Loco.
Well, he was.
Throughout his career. So,
well, he was all the way up till this year, wasn't it?
Indeed. We did away with the franchise player rule, and that put Trent Simpson back into the draft for the first time since his rookie year. That's been it was interesting to mix things up, and I think it brought a little more parity back to the league as Michael Barnes looks at ball one inside.
So make sure I have it right. The way it works now is the team that wins at the end, the manager has the option to claim one player in the spot that they were drafted in before.
In the round they were drafted in before.
Okay, so yeah, obviously Trey was the first round guy. Because I remember we had Trey and TA, and TA was the franchise tag.
Tyler Abma, yeah, that's right.
So that's the way it works. Or they get the first pick in their first.
Right. Well, it's if you can choose. You can do away with your part in the draft lottery and just choose where you pick in the first round. I mean, there's no reason to do that unless you just want the #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
In the case of the Branson Showman, it was going to be, do we franchise Trey Turner or do we take the #1 overall pick and then use it to take Trey Turner? In the case of Jacob Carlson, he played it smart. He let the lottery work to his advantage, being the champion, having just one ball in the draft lottery compared to the 12 that the last place team from the previous season had. So the Showman ball was drafted, or was pulled out of the hopper 6th out of 6. So they got the 6th pick. That was allocated for Trey Turner, and then they got to pick first in the 2nd round because of the snake draft. So yeah, that champion's privilege is a privilege, and it ended up working out nicely for Carlson and the Showman for sure here in Season 10. So that rule's going to be back for Season 11. We will watch as the drama unfolds this off-season, but got a lot of baseball yet to play before
a lot of baseball.
We start with that brand of over-analysis, but it's going to be fun.
You know, and I was actually, we kind of talked about the jersey colors. You know, I've talked about that because if I don't remember, the Locos actually had a white jersey at one time.
Yeah, that was the first year of the Town Ball era. The Locos had a white jersey,
which looked
I really
good.
liked it.
I did too.
The problem was the players didn't like the white jersey. It got universally panned because they said it was boring.
And then I saw Cram. His boy was out here throwing the first pitch, and he had a navy blue one on.
Yeah, we've got a fan only. That's a fashion jersey, but yeah, I think the navy looks cool too. You know, the problem is we have too many teams with dark colored jerseys. That's why the Suckers had a navy for the previous 2 seasons.
Yep.
They went back to red, and then the league put the Mavericks back in the powder blue. It's because we had a team in black, a team in navy, a team in purple, and a team in royal, and it was just not enough contrast. So I like the mix we've got now. I think it's good. There's a swinging strike.
Maybe
Schuyler
next year
Hinson.
the Mets will come out with the orange ones.
Yeah, you could, or I'd like to see somebody go to a white alternate or a gray alternate even. I think a Suckers gray would look cool.
Ooh, I do like that.
But everybody sleeps on gray. That is, of course, the jersey of the 7th GRBL team, the Rogersville Raccoons.
The Rogersville Raccoons is probably the coolest jersey.
It's the most sought-after jersey I know. There's one of one in circulation right now. But there's a throw down to second, and that's going to get him.
Pretty sure she has her sunglasses on upside down.
No, that's usual in our house.
That's awesome.
No matter. And that will end the inning as Courtney Spitz just caught a man stealing during Schuyler Hinson's at-bat. That is 5 scoreless innings by Seth Burns. Gave up 3 hits, but no runs, and that is the stat that matters. Another gem for Seth Burns. Ryan Cram will try to rebut in the bottom of the 5th for the Locos when we come back.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
It is Nixa Suckers 2, Republic Locos nothing. Getting ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Cram trying to close out his day on the pitcher's mound. And then he will likely go to center field to finish out the game. It'll be Ricky Gooding Jr., Arturo Liendo, and Schuyler Carter due up for the Suckers. They are nursing along a 2-0 lead. That came in the 3rd on a 2 RBI triple by Carter. Gooding thought about it. Strike 1 on a slider from Cram.
Looks like Jordan Henson has moved to left. Schuyler Hinson is in right.
Yeah.
And Scott Wilson is getting loose in the
pen. So that means we're going to see a lefty for the Locos in the 6th.
Cram looks great pitch.
Yeah, it was. You know, he's working hard, but I am just amazed after, we left the game injured and bleeding profusely a week ago. So he is just looking no worse for the wear.
Was it when he slid into second last week?
Yes.
Okay, because I was driving up and I heard that he got hurt, so I didn't know.
Yeah, and he exited the game. I thought, oh boy, it looked bad.
Oh, Mikey, turn your head.
Oh my goodness. Michael Barnes, watch it into the glove, sir. Unassisted put out by the Locos.
It was real
first
quick.
baseman. Well, he was a pitcher only in college. He's sort of reinvented himself in the GRBL.
Being a lefty and being as tall as he is, why not? You know what I mean?
That's what they said. You're tall and left-handed. That means you are a first baseman, Michael Barnes.
And he can hit, so.
Yeah, that's been, you know, when you see guys like Mikey B come out and have the success they do swinging the bat, you wonder why would a college coach take the bat out of their hand as they did to him. But
you know,
nonetheless, what do I know?
Quite a few. You see that quite a few with the guys here in our league.
Well, that's a big reason why we get a lot of, you know, ex-college pitchers wanting to come out. Josh Engler is another good example. A big attraction for them is that, you know, we have these 14 or 15 man rosters, and yeah, it's an expectation that you will have the opportunity to hit. You can only stash so many specialists on a grip and rip roster. Schuyler Carter draws the walk. That may have been the intentional walk there. They were a little bit careful with him after the triple in the third. Nonetheless, he's on for Logan Rycraft here with 2 outs. They try a check throw there.
Is this Logan's second year?
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
He's had a rookie season with the Mountain Ducks. This is year 2.
Oh,
they threw it away. Carter late getting up, but he's fast enough, and that ball was buried deep enough along the fence that it will not matter. Into scoring position he goes, standing tall at second base.
You know, that's, you know, the disadvantage of being tall. You got to lean down to try to bend over and pick those up.
Yeah.
But Mikey B's like 26 years old and should be able to do that.
That is well struck off the bat of Logan Rycraft. Colton Simons had to hustle, but he made a nice grab. Did not let that baseball get behind him.
Nice route, Magellan.
Yeah, he took a he did route rather interestingly there, didn't he? But I wasn't going to say that.
Well,
but that's why you're here, Snacks.
He put that into the GPS, and it was like, we're going to go left. Nope, sharp right.
Recalculating. He hauled it in and made the catch. 2-0, Suckers with a lead over the Locos. Business is about to pick up with pitching changes in the 6th.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Where he belongs. So Logan Rycraft will get the baseball. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change. Logan Rycraft. Well, a couple weeks ago he said, I want to pitch. Courtney Spitz said, well, okay. He's sponsored by Foundation Recovery Systems. For the season, 1 inning, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, 2 hit batsmen. And that's what I can tell you. I think Logan Rycraft might have pitched at some point for the Mount Vernon Mountaineers in his baseball career. Definitely did not pitch as a college athlete at Northwest Missouri State, nor during his year with the Roswell Invaders in the Pecos League. But hey, we talked about it, you know, it goes both ways, right? In the GRBL, pitchers can be two-way players, and sometimes position guys can return to the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe, actually, it wasn't Logan's outing against the Showman.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought it was. You know, he's got some good stuff off the mound. And being out there at D-Bat, I'm sure that he could work with a couple of those guys out there.
He's at least watched good pitching get coached at some point while on the job.
Yeah, I mean, because out there at D-Bat, I mean, they got tons of instructors. Mason Davis and Nick Petrie and
Trey Turner. So here we go. He's facing Schuyler Henson, Scott Wilson, and then Ryan Cram as the Locos look to turn over the order.
So we saw Scott Wilson down there warming up. I'm going to bet that he would probably come in, throw the 6th, 7th, or maybe the 6th, and then turn it over to Schuyler. Go 7, 8, 9.
be the thought here, I think.
You would, yeah.
And especially if it's close or if the Locos are down, I think that would be the move. I mean, unless Wilson just lights it up.
Great pitch.
You know, if he has a 3-pitch inning, then maybe you'll look at trying another. But, you know, regardless, Henson could only pitch 2 extra innings if the game comes down to that. So you might as well use him.
Yeah, and that was actually a question that I had during our game because obviously, you know,
yeah, Clay Murphy
love
ended up
Clay
going
Murphy
5.
to death, but on the same hand, I want him out of the game.
Well, you got your wish eventually.
Yeah, and you know that was one of the things I asked. I said, well, he came in the 7th, so he gets 8, 9, and then he gets 2 extra innings. So
yep, that is the rule.
And well, you know, obviously, and he when after he came done, he got done pitching. He came over there. You could tell he was wore out. He was he was done.
He hadn't gone 5 in a while.
So
Schuyler Henson draws the walk. The batter is Wilson. He drew a walk his first time up, but
the cattleman.
Yes, indeed. This is his first look at Logan Rycraft, and it's a Steve Reich at 77 miles per hour with a little late movement to it. Well, well, well.
Rance, I don't know if I've said it yet or not, but I am so glad there's not a time limit when it comes to playoffs.
Fly ball into center field. Carter is there, continuing a busy day. Let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 outs for Schuyler Carter now.
And when he's running
away
out there, it's so smooth. Like his head doesn't move, so the ball's not moving on him, but he makes it look easy.
Ryan Cram, Locos leadoff batter. 1 for 2 today with a single and a flyout.
Locos are going to have to get something going here.
It's a nice little pickoff move there.
Pretty quick.
One away, 1 runner on, 2-run ball game.
Great pitch.
Indeed, swinging at strike 1. Rycraft leans up. I mean, he looks the part, doesn't he? Leans in, looks for the sign, comes set from the belt. He's got a pretty quick motion to the plate as well.
He does.
Although that, I think he rushed it because there is a runner on.
It bounced 4 feet in front of the plate. But no, he actually looks pretty good. Like, I know, you know, we were talking and I was mouthing. I told Courtney, I said, hey, I heard Logan Rycraft wants to throw 5 innings this week. And he said, that's not going to happen.
No, but 1 in middle relief, maybe.
You know, we were talking about who they're going to go to next, right? So you got Courtney Spitz that could throw. You got Ricky.
Yeah, Spitz, Gooding. They've got Jamar Averyhart, who was a college pitcher.
They got Caleb Cole.
Then they've got Landon Clark as well. I mean, they may just do some old-timey Justin Skinner stuff. We may see just 1 pitcher per inning for a while.
For the rest of the way out.
Stranger things have happened.
You know, and I always bring it up, but man, that home run that Caleb Cole gave up, it's one they talk about. No, it was a shot.
3-2. Yeah, Michael Antonio hit that. Yeah,
championship game.
Yes, sir.
I took 1 step and was like, that, nope.
All right, Rycraft ran a 3-2 inside to Cram. So got 2 walks this inning. Sometimes that happens when you get a traditionally positioned player on the hill. Batter is going to be C.J. Andrews, who swings a pretty good stick. He's 1 for 2 today.
Who's playing third?
That's Landon Clark for the Suckers.
Landon Clark. He's playing even with the bag. I mean, Andrews is quick. I mean, you got 1 out. He's swinging a good stick, but...
Well, I think he's also trusting the shortstop Caleb Cole to cover a lot of ground.
Which he can do.
Yeah, and I think Cole has probably communicated, hey, if this comes to me, I'm coming your way, Clark. 0-2. Andrews lifts this one the opposite way into right. Averyhart charging in and slides, doesn't come up with it. Henson Kind of jogging it to third. Is he all right? Or is he just not interested in going home? Not sure what that was.
Me neither.
He just never really dropped it into gear there.
Now, Coach Odell would have him.
He'd be running his sprints right now.
Time. We're going to run a couple polls, let him
Yeah.
think about what he did here. You know, that's one guy, Clay Odell. I enjoy listening to him with you. He does a really good job. I know the championship game, he was out here running around last year. He was
the MC, yeah.
He does a good job.
Well, some guys just like being around the game. So it's, if you can't be in the game, be around the game. Find a way and all that.
And, one of those is Ethan Bryan.
Yeah, good example. 1-0 to Leon Griffith is skied into right.
I bet we got a plate at the
thinking
plate.
about some redemption. He's going to get out the rifle. Yeah, Schuyler Henson, I think, knew not to run on that arm. He will stay put. 2 away. So still bases loaded for a pinch hitter. This is Ryder Young, rookie from Springfield, Missouri.
Glendale
High, yes sir.
Really, anything over the infield here could score 2.
Yeah,
especially with the speed at Grant.
I was looking there.
Cram has on second.
Playing, the infielders are pretty well straight away. The outfielders, Trent Simpson is pretty deep over there in left, and Skylar Carter's deep. Avery Hart's really the only outfielder at what you might call standard depth.
Quicker to come in than it is to go back.
Suppose so. I mean, I am the same way. Even in slow pitch softball, if I'm playing outfield, I do not wish to try to deal with something over my head.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, if you have one of those dinkers in, right, you're most likely going to hold them to a single than you would if it was to bounce over your head and go to the wall. Oh, that was ugly.
That's a fair point. Yeah. So Rycraft walking off after the 0-2. Ryder Young still in the box. Asking, really?
Oh, that
really?
was rough.
Yeah, that was rough. Nonetheless, that is the 3rd out, so we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Locos will make a pitching change. We'll see Scott Wilson when we come back on the other side of this break. It is 2-0. Suckers in front as the Locos stranded them loaded.
Now I have all my HVAC has been upgraded. Everything's working smoothly. Again, that's why I use All Clear. I'm Bruce Porter. I own a company here in town called the Resource Center. We do insurance and financial stuff. So I'm not a plumber. We're busy. We have a really good staff. Just like Garen and his team, we try to make a difference in the world. The last thing I want to do is be having to close my business because my plumbing doesn't work. When you use other companies, sometimes you'll get an accurate quote and sometimes they'll have to come out more than once. And then it seems like you're always paying for this, that, or the other. So when you have somebody you can trust that's going to take care of your units or fix your plumbing when it's down, that's why I use them, because I can call them and they'll fix it. And I never have to worry about pricing. I never have to worry about what if I need them to come back. They've always been willing to come right back out and make sure it's right. We called All Clear, and I'm glad we did.
So a Henry's towing pitching change. The Republic Locos go to the left-hander from Neosho, Missouri, Scott Wilson. In 2025, he's pitched 7 innings, allowing 5 earned runs on 7 hits, striking out 4, and walking 16. The free pass has plagued the left-handed cattleman, who runs a large-scale beef operation in Miller, Missouri, a 6.43 ERA. Last appearance was a pretty good one, September 28th against Springfield. Pitched 1 inning, allowing no runs, no hits. Did issue a couple of walks, but got out of the inning unscathed. And I have to feel, Justin Loudon, I don't know this to be true, but I have to feel like the ask here of Scott Wilson is just go out, get 3 outs, and then the Locos will go to another arm in the 7th. Probably the guy who's out in right field right now, Schuyler Henson.
Yeah, no, that's kind of who I was thinking too. You know, but then again, like we said earlier, if he goes 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
Why not just put him back?
They may send him back out, or they may, opt to try to piece it together with somebody else.
Let's see, there's 3, 4, 5 on their lineup right now.
Yes, indeed. So it'll be Caleb Cole, Trent Simpson, Courtney Spitz. So
great start.
Definite meaty part of the order, but yeah, what's the best pitch? A strike. Scott Wilson just threw one to Caleb Cole to start this bottom of the 6th. Suckers up by 2 runs. And then Wilson spikes one there. So I think everybody, with this being a playoff eliminator, is just going to be increasingly tense as this thing continues.
That's what playoff baseball is about, though.
You find out who's the mentally toughest.
Yeah. Or
who can relax in the moment sometimes.
Exactly.
Who's capable. Or sometimes it's just who's in the right place at the right time. 2-1 to Caleb Cole. Caleb is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Speaking of cattlemen, that's his full-time profession these days.
I'm pretty sure that's what he does.
He still does a little bit of baseball instruction, but that has become a second job rather than
Red line?
the main thing. Yeah, his full-time pursuit is beef cattle farming in Fairgrove, Missouri. If you ever want to get Caleb Cole wound up about something, beef cattle farming is a great topic to get him to roll. So Cole is aboard. The batter will be Trent Simpson. He's 0 for 2 today. So Simpson now 6 for 25 on the season. Does have 7 runs batted in part because of some of the speedsters the Suckers put in front of him. Best season was his rookie year. He was 16 for 33 that year and won Rookie of the Year.
Scott Wilson's doing a good job getting ahead. First pitch strikes.
Yeah. It's back-to-back first pitch strikes for Wilson. That's what it is going to take.
Beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah, it is. Got 78 degrees right now. Sun has gone behind a cloud. This is in the air off the bat of Simpson. Charging in and going to a knee for the catch is Ryan Cram. That is a big out for the Locos. Keeps a man out of scoring position as well. And the batter will be Courtney Spitz. We'll have a lefty against lefty here.
First pitch curveball. Gonna pitch backwards, I bet.
Might not be a bad strategy. No, instead they miss high. So 1-0. And now the sun has peeked back out.
I was gonna say, it's
now
rough
now we got the shadow, and yeah, Schuyler Henson is very suddenly a passenger on the struggle bus out there in right. Runner goes. Throw down to second, too high. Phillips hanging his head and his arm after that, but it is a swiped bag.
I don't think he had a
for
grip.
Cole.
I think he was trying to still find that grip. And
yeah. Probably came out of his hand about half a second before he wanted it to.
Yeah.
Hey, speedy runner like Caleb Cole putting pressure on the defense. That's what the Suckers are going to need if they're going to try to buy insurance runs this inning. There's a called strike on the outer half, and Spitz visibly dejected as he's now down 1-2. Wilson has the sign, looks back at Caleb Cole, now comes home, breaking pitch, and he struck him out. Wipeout slider at 65 miles per hour. 2 away. That's a big out. So here comes Landon Clark, again sponsored by Elevate Athletics. Landon Clark's from Springfield, Missouri, went to Hillcrest High School where they know a thing or two about some serious baseball. Played for Ryan Schafitzel. Went to Evangel University, but was not a baseball player there. He was a student first. Was a shortstop and a pitcher at the high school level. Now lives and works and owns a business in Strafford, Missouri. Down 0-1 here. Swung on and chopped. That's going to get foul. Leon Griffith fielded it anyway.
He was about to let her rip.
Yeah, Leon was just looking for an excuse to get out the hose, wasn't he? Instead, we'll do 0-2 to Clark.
0-2, backdoor curveball, maybe down. Try to get him to chase something away.
Well,
couldn't get the bender to bend.
That curveball didn't curve, so it ended up being up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's not bad, I guess, to do an 0-2 waste pitch, but when you're struggling with giving up too many walks like Scott Wilson has this season, I mean, maybe you break from tradition a little bit. I don't know. That's why I'm up here and those guys are down there doing what they do. Wilson has the sign from Phillips.
It's not as stressful up here.
Yep, Cole taken off, and then Clark pulls one foul, almost decapitated Ricky Gooding in the third base coach's box. Rick's okay. And we will set up and do it again. Caleb Cole's got to go back to second base.
Elevated there. Got to pound it down and in on him, which Scott does that. Scott likes to go inside to righties down and in, and lets it try to fall at their back foot.
Yeah, could have taken advantage of a little natural run, except he bounces that one. Phillips, oh good, I think he blocked that with his throwing arm.
He is one tough dude. That's one thing that our catchers in this league, they get beat up, and they still, they are some tough dudes. Jared Fox is, he has to catch me, so.
Well, he caught 12 innings today. He caught everything and every one, it felt like, before that was done. As the 2-2 runs in, a throw down to third will not get Caleb Cole. He has now stolen 2 bases this inning. Represents an insurance run with the Suckers up by 2, but they would love to scratch that across and make it a 3-0 ball game, you have to feel like. Three-two payoff. Good swing and a well-hit ball into the gap in right center.
Oh.
They were playing him in, and that's going to get to the wall. Clark rounding second and going for third. It is 3-0 Suckers. It's a triple for Landon Clark, and it came at a tremendous time in this GRBL playoff eliminator. Well, Schuyler Henson was playing in, and then when
they are going to appeal at first, I believe. I think he's right.
He didn't touch?
Oh, I don't think he did. I think he went right over the top of it. But now, I know what Mace is asking. Mace is asking who's got the runner, who's got the catch, right?
Lozano says, "You've got a seat. See you later." So
he's gonna check, but that's not Ed's call. That's Brian Lozano's call.
You're right.
Once he sees the ball's down, obviously nobody's gonna catch it, right? So then he's supposed to watch every bag as he's going around. So that would be Brian's call.
Safe is the call, and no replay in the GRBL, so the ruling on the field stands.
Ask me, I'll tell you.
3-0 Suckers. I want no part of official replay, friend. So runner on third, 2 away.
He missed it, didn't he? He's looking. He missed it, yeah.
Got a wink from our director. And I know what I need to know. Okay. So here's Jamar Averyhart for the Fish. Swings and clubs this one. That is getting out of here foul.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I believe it was AK and Cole Roark, right? And I love the fact that some of these managers are high school coaches here in the area, and the fire that they have because they know the game so well because they're coaching it at a varsity level, JV level, whatever it may be, and they're working with younger kids too. But the competitiveness of it, like he wasted no time.
Yeah.
Mesa wasted no time coming out of the dugout.
Avery Hart took a swing and an ugly 0-2.
Great.
Down on strikes he goes. Yeah, Wilson had him off balance the whole time. Does put a run up on the board, so the Suckers now lead by 3. 7th inning is coming up next. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, the playoff eliminators.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
How about this? Leading 3-0. Nixa Suckers are going to stick with their mound man, Logan Rycraft. Well, if you would have told me this was going to happen back in the preseason, I would have laughed it out of the press box. But this is no laughing matter. Rycraft on for the stretch inning. 3-run ball game in the 7th. Winning team goes on to compete in the GRBL Semifinals next week. A date with the Ozark Mountain Ducks is on the line. That'll be the noon game next week. The Moon City Mavericks and the Branson Showmen happening at 3 o'clock. At least I believe it to be so. I'm going to go check the facts real fast and make sure I am correct.
We play it. The Showmen play at 3, yeah. I believe.
So yeah, it'll be Showman Mavericks at 3.
Yep. And then Ducks and winner of this one.
At high noon.
I mean, I'm just expecting us to play at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, say this one started an hour and 20 minutes after the announced start time, but that was because the game prior went to extras. First pitch to Colton Simons, up and out of the zone, ball 1.
Kind of like we thought. I see Schuyler Henson down there warming up. So
yeah, that is business as usual for the Locos. Pitch runs inside. So yes, indeed, it will be the Mountain Ducks against the winner of this game at noon, and it will be Moon City against the Showmen at 3 o'clock. That is official. I love it when I'm right. Simon swung and missed at a 2-1. It is now 2-2. He is sponsored by Acres of Envy Landscaping and the Repmo Baseball Club. Rycraft's pitch swung on and lifted, but tailing, foul into the bullpen. On the first base side, that's the Locos pen. Here at Meadow Park, the home dugout is the third base side. Visitors are at first. Simons again lifting one, foul again. That's first base side, well over the net.
Coach Colt, 2-2. I'm going to expect probably something maybe off speed here.
Yeah, 6th pitch of the sequence. I mean, he's seen a little bit of everything from Rycraft, so.
He's choked up on the bat a little bit.
He is. He's in protect mode. That's high. Eye level. 82 from Logan. That part's good. The location was a little off. Full count, and he walked him.
Great start for the Locos.
Yeah, that puts speed on the base path. So they've got a hill to climb here, down by 3. They don't have to get it all back here in the 7th, but I feel like they need to get something back here. Here's Michael Barnes. 0 for 2 today, both outfield flyouts. So Mikey B 5 for 21, make it 6 for 22, as that is into right field. And I think once again, Jamar Averyhart lost that ball for a second. You saw him freeze and put the arms out to say, I don't see it.
Yeah, and like where he's playing right now, though, it's like the shadows are, I really want to say the shadows are affecting him with that tree.
Yeah, that is exactly it. That is the mature tree behind us that casts that shadow that Averyhart is playing in. It would have been a hit. You know, it's not a question of hit, no hit, but for Averyhart, it was a question of, is he going to stop that before it goes past him?
Exactly. And I'll be the first to say that place right there, it's tough to play out there. It really is. I mean, there was a catch a couple weeks ago that I caught with my wrist out there because I lost it. But
so that's not only frustrating but painful.
It is.
Yeah.
And it you know, playing right field at a baseball, and you know, I don't know if it's a lot of baseball fields are set up this way, but right field seems to, about this time, because varsity baseball, and it happened in Lebanon all the time.
You got a north-south third base line, and then that means, the right fielder is going to look into a setting sun to the west.
And it is like a lot of times growing up in high school and playing in the OC, that's how it was.
There's
a great bender.
Looking strikeout to Devin Phillips for the first out of the inning.
I'm going to tell you right now, Locos need to score here. They need to scratch one across, at least. At least get that goose egg off the board, get some confidence going. And I think, you know, with the swagger this shortstop's got, he could get a base hit right here.
Caden Kaufman is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch today. Out of College of the Ozarks. Sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing. Had 53 hits in his college career. That is pulled left side. Clark bobbled it. His play is to first, and he makes it. Runners do advance, so that's now 2 in scoring position, but 2 away.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, the old Marionville Comet, Schuyler Henson. He is 0 for 1.
So we were talking about the white squirrels, remember?
Yeah, in Marionville, Missouri, where he is from.
So, is it illegal to shoot those?
Absolutely not. They are protected by local ordinance in Marionville, Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get in serious trouble for even looking at one too long.
That looks like it'll be a good dinner.
No, sir. Don't even think about it.
I was curious because I was like, you know, in high school we had this kid that taxidermied everything that he trapped or whatever, and I was like, he came in one day with a squirrel that he had done, and it got me thinking about, which everybody will tell you, Justin Loudon thinks of some weird stuff, but that's beside the point.
What a setup that is.
Yeah, exactly. So it got me thinking about like that white squirrel. What if we found one and we got a text and I have a pet squirrel?
No, sir. Those things are protected. Those things are protected better than some humans.
You were probably right.
It'll be 3 and 1 here to Henson.
And look who's on deck.
Yes, indeedy. Chris Mesa's going to pinch hit, and he will get an opportunity. Henson walks for the second time today, so this is Mesa hitting in the 10 spot. Scott Wilson's position in the order. So Mesa is going to go here with the bases loaded. He represents a go-ahead run. So Mesa on the season 1 for 6, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and a run scored. 35 hits in a 10-year GRBL career. Took a daddy hack at that one. Rycraft ran it away from him. It is 0-1. So Mesa crowding in, daring Rycraft to go inside. It's an inside-out swing. That is hanging into foul territory. It goes. Ricky Gooding Jr. Seth Burns. Check that. Gooding was giving chase, but it was Burns making the catch and the out, and so the Locos Strandham loaded again. That is back-to-back innings now.
That's like the third time, isn't it?
That has happened, and yeah, runners left on base. are going to be a telltale stat, I am afraid, when this one is over. So it is 3-0 Suckers. It is the 7th inning stretch, and here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League, as has been the case since Season 3, the 7th inning stretch is sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Who trail the Nixa Suckers 3-0. Schuyler Henson, GRBL Hall of Famer, goes to the pitchers, man. You got to pull out all the stops. It does you no good to save him back. Henson out of Arkansas Pine Bluff has pitched 23 1/3, 6 earned runs on the season, 24 hits, 15 strikeouts to 8 walks and 3 hit batsmen, a 2.31 earned run average for the season. Schuyler Henson is the league's all-time leader in both innings pitched and in strikeouts.
Wild thing.
They're giving him the wild. That is not Schuyler Henson's usual walk-up, but hey, we're pulling out all the stops here on the game day crew as well.
Which it's funny because they actually played the exact same thing for Jacob Carlson when he came in.
Yeah, hey, why not? Gets the boys jazzed up. So Seth Burns comes up here for the Suckers. It'll be the 8, 9, 10 hitters in the order. Burns, Gooding, and Liendo.
But you know what? It's suiting for Schuyler.
I think, especially that he just refuses to cut any of the hair or trim the beard. He's looking like a wild man up there for sure.
Just Dyson.
Burns has sneakily jumped ahead here, 2-0. I'm sure Seth will take that. Hit .333 a season ago with the Suckers. Wearing the collar here in 2025. Has drawn a couple of walks.
You can tell when Schuyler's feeling it because he'll start taking the ball. He'll go behind his back.
Yeah.
He'll catch it. He'll throw it behind his back. Yeah, he just...
Or sometimes even just catches it without the glove. I've seen that move as well. It is 2-2.
Slider.
Yeah, missed it down. We are full up.
That's his go-to, kind of like Josh Engler.
So what Schuyler says is, I only throw 2 pitches. I have a fastball and a slider. But there's a pretty massive caveat to that.
Yeah, because he has different.
He changes speeds. He changes arm angles.
He'll drop it down.
Yeah.
Brother's coming out here to give him some words. Hey, how about you just go sit back down? I've done this long enough. I'm a Hall of Famer. Okay. Mom just wanted me to come say hi.
Schuyler's going to take a minute to breathe.
I think they're giving Devin Phillips some time. He took that one off the inside of his leg. Again, our catchers get beat up in this league, but you know what? They do a really good job back there too.
3-2. That was the wipeout slider, and it gets Seth Burns on strikes.
So Mays is down at third.
Yeah, still got Kaufman at short, still Andrews at second, and Barnes. Yeah, so Griffith has gone to right. They're still running Cram in center field with Simons in left. I'd say in terms of a defensive outfield, that's a pretty good one right there.
It is.
And then up the middle, definitely like Kaufman and Andrews, and we like Mikey B over there at first. Gooding clubs one. Mesa dove. It's going to get through. Ricky Gooding Jr., have yourself a day. Look out, he's 2 for 3. Didn't even get a chance to say Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House before he singled out to left.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know Clay would if he was here. And that touched the glove, so therefore that should be an error.
No, sir. No way. Get out of here.
I was actually driving up today. Our game had already started. Had some prior commitments, which were very important. So, but I was listening to you and him talk about that. And
I haven't even gone into the explanation. It is, would a fielder have made the play with normal effort? You got to read that clause in the scoring rule. That was not a normal effort. That is looped, and a great job by Caden Kaufman. That was not a normal effort either.
But I bet if he drops it, it's an error.
Snacks.
But
now you're just being a contrarian, sir.
So, this all started when we had the game that the showman played that we had, I think it was 7.
Well, I think you might have broken that record today, to be honest with you, but go on.
We had 7 errors in 1 inning, or 7 errors in
the game.
5 by our third baseman. And, Fox was talking to Brian behind the plate, and he said, is there an infielder
that's a foul ball, ultimately,
on your team that you don't want the ball to be hit to, or you're worried about it? And he said, absolutely, it's our third baseman. And we give Trey a hard time. He throws 98 off the bump, but can't throw it from third to first in the air. He's throwing a lot of sinkers. It keeps falling down on me.
Well, don't let that happen.
Now, I thought I was a professional at one time.
Well, hey, even professionals do amateur things sometimes.
I do it all the time. But
nothing in one here to Carter.
I feel like I don't know what the overall record is for errors in a single season by a team. But I
don't
say
either.
That we're
you might be setting it, and we'd have to go back and do a lot of counting. But I'll do it if you want.
No. Let's not do that. let's not do that at all.
It's 0-2 here. Henson stepping back, letting his defense. Henson was ready to go, but yeah,
he realized Chris was.
A couple of guys on the left side took a long time chasing that foul ball.
0-2, 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, this is just a good old showdown right here. Henson's pitch to Carter, swung on up the middle. Kaufman was running to hold the runner. Instead, it's going to be no play. Now they've got a run down. Nobody back, and then they airmail it into right.
Nobody there.
So Gooding is he fell down on top of the bag, and he's going to stay right there. And oh boy, did he do an ankle there? He kind of landed awkwardly, it looked like. Is that a holy shnikes?
It was a holy shnikes.
Goodness sakes. So that's going to end up, a great hustle by Carter, first of all. It's pretty heads-up play by Caden Kaufman to catch Gooding in between, and the Locos just don't convert on the rundown. So all that to set up first and second, 2 away. Suckers up by 3, and now they extend the inning with Logan Rycraft batting. Inside out swing from Rycraft, and they're going to punish the mistake with a base hit into right. They'll try to get the runner at third, and that ball gets away from Mesa. It is now 5-0 for the Suckers, and that ball went into the dugout, so they'll call the stop.
He's pretty quick.
Rycraft?
Yeah.
Yes, he can. He can run. It is now 5-0, and so there you see it. A mistake magnified in the playoffs.
Got to figure out a way to get this last out and get in here and get some hits.
So Caleb Cole is the batter. No easy task here. He's walked twice today. It's a wild pitch, but Rycraft, who just had a long run, is going to wisely not press the action and stay put at third. So another battle of the Hall of Famers here. Caleb Cole going against Schuyler Henson. Cole looked at a strike.
Caleb was the first to go in, correct?
Yes, he was the very first inductee the first year we had a Hall of Fame.
21.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, we had 3 go in the next year.
Yeah.
And then 2 last year.
No, then we had 1 the following year. That was Justin Parker went in solo in 23, and then yes, 2 last year, Brock Chaffin and Jared Fox.
And you know, this year, the ballot, there's a lot of first-timers on there that
are going to get some votes. Caleb Cole goes down on strikes. That is a frustrated Schuyler Hinson walking off the mound. Locos now trail 5-0. What will the Suckers do in effort to put this thing away? Well, we're going to find out on the flip side of this break. The 8th inning is next.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
So the Nixa Suckers are staying with the kid. Logan Rycraft going out to pitch a 3rd inning here in the top of the 8th. It has been bend but don't break. Behind him he's got Landon Clark, Caleb Cole, Ricky Gooding Jr. and Seth Burns, with Trent Simpson, Skylar Carter, and Jamar Avery Hart in the outfield. Ryan Cram, the batter for the Locos, who trail by 5. They've got to wake up the bats here. Just 6 outs remain.
You don't have to get them all back at once.
No, but you need to
start
piece some things together. Clark bobbles it, and that's going to be enough for the speedy Ryan Cram to reach safely. And they go infield single very quickly on that one. Justin? now.
No, it's fine. It's good. I like it. Good call.
We'll get you some Tums chewables to make it through the remainder of this ball game as C.J. Andrews steps in for the Locos. 2 for 3 on the day. Giving him a pretty nice gap on the right side. He hits it left. Caleb Cole back in the hole. Throw to Gooding in time. They try to turn 2. They cannot, but what a job.
That's why he's a Gold Glover Hall of Famer.
What a job by Caleb Cole to get the lead runner. That keeps a Locos player out of scoring position. That's fantastic. Batter is rookie Leon Griffith Jr. for the Locos.
Logan's like, I wouldn't have had to slide for that. I don't know why you had to slide.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to give the people a show. They paid $5 to see this. Griffith looks at a bouncer down. Spitz with the block.
You know, and it's not over, obviously.
No, absolutely not. Hey.
There's 6 outs to get, 5. But on the same hand, I believe if this outcome stays, the whole South Division is left in the playoffs.
Is through.
So that makes us feel good about our division and where we stand.
It was a good year for the South, all in all. You had 2 teams finish the regular season 5-2. 1-1 to Griffith. Swung on. Yeah, that was off his foot. Suckers, you know, rightly so, played it like it was fair for a second, but also we saw the hands go up from the officials quickly.
Exactly. Leon's
yeah,
like, that hurts.
Yeah, there's just nothing that protects you when that happens. But Leon Griffith's tough. He's also an umpire. and can play catcher, so he's used to shaking it off. The 1-2 breaking pitch, again fouled off by Griffith.
Now you got to elevate the fastball. Go fastball up here, I would say.
Well, that was an off-speed pitch at 71. But I mean, Rycraft is in deeper waters than we ever thought we would see him get into when he came onto the mound to throw in this game. Asking him to get 9 outs is huge. They go off-speed there, 66, and they strike him out on a breaking ball.
Better slow it down. You'll get a speeding ticket out there on 65 highway. So he came in the 6th,
yes.
Right?
So he cannot pitch the 9th. The Suckers will have to make a change for the 9th.
Avery Hart? Caleb Cole?
Avery Hart, Cole, Spitz, Gooding, Clark, I don't know. Ryder Young is the batter. I would say one of those 5 guys will probably go to the mound. I didn't think Rycraft was going to pitch today at all, and instead here he is in his 3rd inning of work.
And looks good.
He's got 2 outs up there, and it just looks the part. Pitch to Ryder Young, swung on and fouled off.
He's starting to get that little swag to him.
He's
He's feeling it.
So he's ahead here 0-2. Will they do the same thing, the big hook?
The big curve down.
La curva. Well, they're setting up middle. Well, that was a not sure. That was a 72 mile per hour something rather is what that was. It was
spinner.
It was at chin level for Ryder Young, so it's ball 1. That was a curve. That is grounded left side. Clark can't come up with it, and Young is going to be safe at first. So the Locos move a man into scoring position. That was scored E5. And it will bring up Colton Simons. 0 for 2 with a walk today.
Come on, Colton.
Sponsored by Acres of Envy and the Repmo Baseball Club. And apparently the Repmo Baseball Club went absolutely bonkers on draft day when Colton Simons went to the Locos. It was for moments like this one. Batting with runners on in a playoff game. That ball will get off the metal awning that protects the fans here at Meadow Park on the first base side.
Coach Cole. He does a really good job with their youth baseball program. I know there's a few of them out there, like him and Creed Smiley.
Yeah.
And then Harrison Waters as well. So.
Fastball from Rycraft, but he ran it in. So we're back even 1-1. That was a fastball. That is well hit in the air to left, but Trent Simpson's got a beat on it. He will make the catch. 2 hands, just like they teach you to do.
Yep.
And that will neutralize the threat, and it keeps the score 5-0. Suckers lead. Bottom of the 8th is next.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Republic Locos trail the Nixa Suckers 5-0. It's the GRBL Eliminators. One team will survive and advance to take on the #1 seeded Ozark Mountain Ducks next Sunday, October 12th in the semifinals. That game scheduled for a showdown at high noon. So Schuyler Hinson back out to work for Republic. He's got to mow quickly, try to grab whatever momentum is going to be possible, and then hightail it back to the dugout for the 9th. It'll be middle part of the order due up for the Locos in the top of the 9th. Middle part of the order coming up here for the Suckers. 4, 5, 6. Trent Simpson, Courtney Spitz, and Landon Clark. And the action begins with Trent Simpson hopping into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch he sees is down and away. Simpson, a loan officer at patio by trade, 31 years old, lifts this one foul. From Missouri Valley College, 4th year in the grip and rip. Swings and grounds this one right side. Second baseman C.J. Andrews up with it. Nice hustle by Simpson, but Andrews got the throw to Barnes in time for the out.
Brings up Courtney Spitz.
And Spitz, I didn't even talk about the managerial battle in this one, but you know, Chris Mesa was on Courtney Spitz's staff at Springfield Catholic at one time. This is a rivalry between the GRBL managers, and you know, well, like all 6 of the managers have been at it long enough. You know, they like beating each other. Oh, that hits Schuyler Hinson, then ricochets to second. Andrews didn't come up with it, and so Courtney Spitz is going to swipe an unconventional infield single there. Hinson could be hurt from that.
Hinson said, "Go away."
Yeah, Lozano and Phillips both went out to go check on him. Or Browning rather, the umpire and the catcher, and Hinson said, "Absolutely not. Go back to the plate." It's one of those tough breaks, but yeah, Courtney
Tell him to use his glove.
Courtney Spitz and Chris Mesa love to beat each other. That is a managerial rivalry that has waged over the years. And they used to, you know, you couldn't wager money legally, but they would openly wager chicken wings and beer on the outcome of their regular season games. They even bet on an all-star game once, back when the GRBL had a postseason all-star game. They were managing in that. They wagered on the all-star game.
I did not know that Mesa coached at Springfield Catholic.
I thought he did. I could be wrong. Could be speaking, but I think he was.
I know Rob Neese did.
Yeah, but I think Mesa was on his staff for like one season pretty early in his coaching career when he was still working full-time at Kraft. 0-2, got away from Phillips a little bit. Not enough to move the runner, so we'll do a 1-2.
Kraft mustard?
Kraft Heinz. Mesa was actually in the pasta division.
Oh, really?
Yes. That
is
lifted over the head of the second baseman Andrews. It's a Texas leaguer for Landon Clark. You know, well, Mesa predominantly, he was, for a while, his supervisor was none other than GRBLer Ben Hammett. But then Mesa was actually a shift leader in the cheese division. But he's since gone on, got his teaching certificate, and so he's teaching Spanish and coaching baseball at Greenwood. So, yeah, Mesa was a cheese kingpin there for a hot second.
Cheese kingpin. That's awesome. And then Ben Hammett left and went to DBAT.
Yeah, got into the entrepreneurial game.
And doing really well.
It seems like DBAT's the place to be.
For all your baseball time needs.
I've given them a little business myself. 0-1. Ooh, that ran way in on Avery Hart.
He's already been hit once tonight.
Yeah,
definitely doesn't
Jamar is saying to himself, please no.
I can't do this again.
I just want to win this game and go home. 0-2, but that's pretty typical of a Schuyler Hinson miss right there. The slider doesn't slide. He just kind of told me once in an interview, just hit by pitch is just kind of part of my game sometimes.
It just doesn't move.
The 1-2. Avery Hart, credit him for standing in and golfing that inside pitch foul.
That was totally outside in for sure.
That was protecting. But he's hanging in. I like it. Hinson rocks and deals, and that hit him on the shoulder. Avery Hart just wore one at 79. Hinson apologizing. That's sincere.
I'm back to what we went to talking about, where it's 1-2, 2-2. And I get Schuyler Hinson loves to come inside. And that's what he's known for. And you know, kudos to a guy that has that confidence to, hey, I'm going to bust you inside because you're not going to get your barrel extended on me, right? So, but then again, that happens. And it's part of baseball.
Seth Burns with one out and the bases loaded. Suckers leading by 5, trying to pad their lead before the 8th inning is done, and Burns swung and missed there, so he's quickly down 0-2. Hinson exhales sharply, now winds and fires.
Ooh, great pitch. 1-1, 1-2.
Came back over the plate and missed down and away. A little fake throw on Courtney Spitz. And a smile to go with it. 2-2 coming up here. Hinson back on the rubber, going from the full wind with the bases chucked.
Great spot.
Seth Burns fighting back. He was down 0-2. The count is now full. Over the plate, a wipeout slider, and down on strikes goes Burns. Doesn't get any easier. Ricky Gooding Jr., sponsored by the Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri. 2 for 3 on the day with a couple of singles. Seeing it well on what has been a good day offensively for the Suckers. 5 runs on 7 hits and an error.
You know, they've pieced their parts together. I mean, they've left plenty of runners on base as well.
Yeah, they've stranded a lot of locos up there, and yeah, the Suckers too. And you look at some of their innings, you know, the lead could be bigger.
I mean, they've had bases loaded a couple times, and I believe, and I know the Locos have.
It's a wild pitch.
Oh,
Spitz
Spitzy.
went halfway. Now he's trying to bait Phillips into a throw, and that's smart because what he also did was give the tail runners time to get back too, so everybody returns safely for the Suckers. Oh boy. Now Gooding's going to step out as Hinson steps back on. Everybody taking a little moment.
Just take a breath.
This is playoff tension right here. 2-0 to Gooding. Oh no, and he fouled it off the mask of the catcher.
It's like, it's right there.
you go get it. I thought that hit Phillips. Did that hit the umpire?
Yeah, it hit Browning. Right
Oh my gosh. Yeah, now they're gonna go, here's some baseballs, sir. Do you need baseballs? Well, Ed Browning's tough.
You know, I was out there pitching in our game earlier, and he was walking around. He was looking up at the clouds, and I said, "Oh, how's Ed today?" We just had our own little conversation. Great pitch.
Indeed.
And he's a very likable guy. I mean, he'll talk to you.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And he will admit if he misses a call, he will tell you. He goes, "Hey, I missed it."
Deuce is wild for Gooding.
We like that. Great pitch.
Oh goodness. So Hinson walks off the mound. You can see a little bit of frustration to go with. Feeling good, but the Suckers have the lead. Locos are going to need to score a touchdown in the top of the 9th. We will bring you the 9th, commercial free, on the flip side of a quick timeout. Back right after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. Logan Rycraft gave him 3 scoreless innings after 5 shutout innings for Seth Burns. This is Ricky Gooding Jr. to the hill for the Nixa Suckers. We saw it, Justin Loudon, at the conclusion of the 8th. Schuyler Henson, the Locos mound man, got a strikeout, walked off. He is emotional right now. He's left the Locos dugout, gone out to the bullpen. He's being consoled. I believe that's
I think it's his dad.
That's his dad, and then his brother Jordan out there with him as well. It's a very emotional moment for GRBL Hall of Famer Schuyler Henson. Could we have just seen an historic moment? But more pressingly, the Republic Locos are going to try to let it all hang out here in the 9th. Ricky Gooding, 11 2/3. He's got a 6.17 ERA. Just trying to go out. You got a 5-run cushion. The trick here for Gooding.
Gotta get strikes. Gotta get that first out.
And you've seen this with Gooding all season long. First pitch strikes have been tough to come by for him. You can look at it, you can see, like, mechanically and just in terms of the baseball IQ, he knows what he's doing. Just sometimes, the pitch execution is just not quite there. It actually reminds me a lot of Seth Burns in his first year with Moon City. Mechanically, you could see something was promising. It had just been that he was away from baseball for a long time, and so some of the command was just not quite there. I think Ricky Gooding's a pitcher with a bright future in this league if he's able to stick with it, especially now that he's kind of gotten a taste of what the GRBL is about. So it's a walk to Michael Barnes, and it brings up Devin Phillips. Still a mountain to climb for the Locos, trailing 5-0 here in the 9th.
And we obviously don't want to jump to conclusions or if
No.
was Schuyler's last deal, but what a career.
I mean, he's still a young man. I don't want to say it could just be, frustration of the moment.
Yeah.
Frustration with the season. His life is about to change. He and his wife Alex have, we saw them welcome baby Jasper into the world, but they've got another one on the way. So,
great blessings
the life and times of Schuyler Henson are going to be different no matter what happens. That is a well-struck ball off the bat of Devin Phillips and deep. Simpson ranging over to make the catch. So 1 away here in the 9th. It's going to bring up Caden Kaufman, and then Schuyler Henson is due up, and he is in the on-deck circle. So it's not over yet. Gooding's going to take a moment for a wardrobe adjustment here. I think
got twisted.
I think he threw so hard his shirt came undone, and now he's got to figure out, I got to get the number in the back and the fish in the front there. There he goes.
Oh, there we go.
Back on and feeling good.
It makes me think of that movie, Bull Durham.
That is well struck by Kaufman. Deep it goes into the gap, and that is down. Barnes is going to go for third. Kaufman's going to get a stand-up double. They hold the runners there, so Caden Kaufman, well-timed double into left center. Here is Henson. So he's 0 for 1 today. He has drawn 2 walks. First base is unoccupied.
And Schuyler's not a bad hitter. I mean, he's...
No, not at all. He can hit for contact for sure.
Absolutely. All he's got to do is dink it over the... Well, you got Rycraft playing second now. So...
And yeah, the fielders pretty well straight away here. Outfielders deep for the Suckers. Everything in front, and that, oh goodness, that hit the umpire, Ed Browning. Lost the mask and the hat, and he's a little frustrated with that. So Browning will walk it off, and we have a slight delay here. Well, fans, thank you so much for tuning in to Grip and Rip Baseball here on the YouTube channel, wherever you are. We appreciate our viewers all over the nation, and occasionally we get an international watcher or two.
All over the world.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of what is left here in Season 10.
You know, we haven't had a baseball, what was it, what'd you guys call it when we did the draft, the baseball night, like the baseball tonight type.
Oh, GRBL Tonight, yeah.
There it is.
Haven't had a GRBL Tonight episode in a minute, yeah. Well, sometimes life gets in the way of the extracurriculars, is all I'll say there. It's now ball and 2 strikes to Henson following a foul ball off the roof of the press box straight back. Oh, and then he reached Spitz out after a dropped third strike, got the ball down to Seth Burns in time for the second out. So the last hope for the Locos is the manager, Chris Mesa, coming up here. Second and third, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Ricky Gooding trying to close it out here for the Suckers. Mesa crowding in. Gooding fires a breaking pitch. This is skied into shallow center. Rycraft calling off Cole and Carter. He makes the catch, and with that, the Nixa Suckers get the win. 5-0. They defeat the Republic Locos and advance to the GRBL Semifinals. And how about this for a stat, Justin Loudon? In 8 seasons of managing Grip and Rip Baseball League teams, Courtney Spitz has reached the semifinals 8 times, either by way of the first round bye, even back in the days of the 4-team playoffs, by way of qualifying, and here by way of winning an eliminator. So Courtney Spitz, 8 years in the league, 8 times a playoff semifinalist. His chances are still alive in 2025.
And, you know, a lot of people know this. He was in the championship game last year for the first time.
Came up 1 run short. So let's talk about an elite promotions, elite performer of the game. We're definitely going to cop out and split it up here.
I knew you would.
You knew I would. We're going to share it between Seth Burns and
Hall of Famers.
I got to go Schuyler Carter. Yeah, 2 for 4 with a 2 RBI triple in the third. That's going to stand up as the game-winning run, and then 5 shutout innings for Seth Burns. So Seth Burns and Schuyler Carter, your elite promotions, elite performers of the game for the Nixa Suckers. Strong third star as well for Logan Rycraft, who pitched 3 shutout innings, and then Ricky Gooding came on and closed the door in the 9th. Shutouts are a pretty rare thing in the GRBL, so when you get a pitching staff to combine for one and do it, especially in the playoffs,
when it matters,
that's big time defense for the Nixa Suckers today. And
then rolling into the semis next week, right?
Yeah.
So that gives them so much confidence. Their bats are hot right now. I mean, they had 8 hits, 9 hits there.
Yeah, this was a Republic Locos team. You look through the regular season, they scored 25 runs over the course of 7 games. That's not a bad offensive pace whatsoever, but the fact of the matter is this Nixa team absolutely rose to the occasion today. 5-0 victors. Huge tip of the cap to those guys. Well, Justin Loudon, thank you so much for hanging with me.
Yeah, absolutely, and like I said, I enjoy it, and it's always fun. We always get to see some good baseball, and it helps me for next week.
Oh yeah, we enjoy giving you the opportunity to do some advanced scouting. But there is insight that the players can provide that I certainly can't. I've not been down there. I've not been that man in the arena. You have, so.
Put a mic on me. We'll just have a good time.
No, I don't think the world. I don't think the world is quite ready for that just yet. But nonetheless, it is fun to have you upstairs. But we will see you back on the field next Sunday at high noon, because
No,
you've got, or no, at 3 o'clock. You got the 3 o'clock. That's right. So
Yeah.
the high noon game. Let's set the table. It'll be the Nixa Suckers against the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Then at 3 o'clock, it's the Branson Showmen taking on the Moon City Mavericks. Get it, got it, good. The semifinals are set. So we will bid farewell to Justin Loudon. We'll come back and talk things over with some of the boys from the Suckers on the other side of this break. Thanks for watching Grip and Rip Baseball. Back with more in just a moment.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be Elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com. Back live at Mitter Park, where it is in the books. The Nixa Suckers are winners in the Season 10 Eliminators. They defeat the Republic Locos 5-0 and advance to the semifinals. Pleased to be joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performers of the Game, pitcher Seth Burns and center fielder Schuyler Carter for the Suckers. Well, Seth, we begin with you since you're the starting pitcher after all. It's just the natural thing to do. Tell me about just the level of intensity you guys were feeling coming into this game, knowing it was win or go home.
I mean, we're certainly aware of what's at stake when we're playing today, but you know, I felt like we were awfully relaxed, and I know for me personally, just with the defense that I have behind me, that the most important thing is to do my part to pitch to contact and not to put runners on, be a walk or hit by pitch, and I did decent today at that, but yeah, more so anything else, just making sure that I'm doing my job and being efficient on the mound and giving us the best chance to win.
I'm going to ask a little bit, you know, the Locos, you know, first 2 batters of the game, a couple of singles, one to right field, one to left. What did you do to steal your nerves as you then got 3 outs consecutively?
Right, again, just reiterating that I'm pitching to contact in that situation, and yeah, It's not ideal to get the first 2 runners on in the first inning, but like I said, defensively, I know if I can just find the strike zone and make guys put balls in play, we are exceptional at taking care of the rest. So,
well, no hits the rest of the way, just a walk and a hit batsman, but they ended up being inconsequential as the defense did the job behind you. Certainly, this guy, Schuyler Carter, you were a man on the run today, and I felt like it was a big game for you, for Trent Simpson, for Jamar Averyhart fighting the sun and some long fly balls and everything else, man. Big day for the outfielders, for the Suckers, for sure.
Yes, it for sure was. A lot of running.
Well, let's talk about the triple, because you know, those are not for everyone. I once heard a veteran player say, never hit a triple. It's way too much running, but your 2 RBI triple in the 3rd certainly came at a big moment. What'd you see on the pitch?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to simplify things just from past this year. I've been beating myself up, and yeah, just simplifying, just making bat on the ball and just doing what I do best and just getting it through. And I had some pop behind it for once in my life, and it went out there a lot further than I thought. So
I'll say, was there a moment where like, oh my gosh, I have to keep running?
Yep, I was like, oh, he's chasing that like this. I said, all right. So
well, that was I don't know if you know this, even that was the 90th hit of your grip and rip career. So you're the first player to hit that milestone. Now you're at 91 because they gave you the infield single in the seventh.
That's right, baby.
So take that, Jacob Carlson. You stretch your lead a little bit there. But seriously, I mean, we've talked a lot over the course of your career about just what playing out here means to you, but. Let's get beyond just playing. What does it mean to you to excel as you have and just to reach like all these milestones and to be the offensive leader that you are in this league?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I always think about, when I really think about it, I guess I think about kids, and now that I'm teaching kids, I would like to perform as what I'm teaching them as well. And my family came out here for like a first full part of the game. They tried to come to another one that rained out. So there was a little fire behind that too. And so the most important thing is just always just being relaxed at the plate over time, because you can be anxious and get in your head a little bit, even though it's just a gentleman's adult baseball league that we're just out here playing to have fun that we come and pay for. It's not like a like do or die situation in our job. So I don't know, it's just the joy of the game. I don't know, something about just baseball, it just drives you, and it drives me. So
that's awesome, man. It's a great milestone today for sure, and a nice win. You guys will play the Ozark Mountain Ducks. That will be the high noon game next Sunday, October 12th. So familiar foes there. It's a big year for the GRBL South. 3 of the 4 semifinal teams are from the division, so element of surprise is probably gone. But Seth, what are you thinking going up against the Ducks for the 3rd time this season?
They've obviously gotten the better of us twice. I thought we were less competitive in the second game than we were in the first. I felt we kind of aided their victory in the first game.
That's a nice way to say it.
And, yeah, I mean, they're good. They've got 2 really nice arms in Roark and Engler, and that's obviously a challenge. And offensively, they're very solid up and down the lineup. So I know for me personally, it's business as usual, is just attacking everyone that I can, trying to make guys put balls in play and let the defense do their job behind me. And I think if I can do that, I like our chances.
So I know Schuyler's going to go talk to the kids about it at his job. Do you go talk to the cows about it when when you go out in the morning? Are you telling them how well you threw?
Yeah, I usually try to vent to them. They don't have much of a reaction, so it's kind of nice to.
Hey, man.
There's no rebuttal there. I could just let it go.
That's one of those. Yeah, they will believe whatever you say, right? They've got to take your word for it. But man, I just marvel at that. Guys like you who have you make your living doing physical work, and that's work that's going to be there no matter what happens to you on a baseball Sunday. So just huge tip of the hat to you for what you do in working to feed us. But the fact that you can come out here and shove for 5 innings is an impressive feat, my friend.
Well, I certainly appreciate it. But I'm just having fun, and it's just an opportunity to come out here and play the game again. And obviously you want to play at a high level as you can at this point. And so when you're successful, it feels a lot better to get the week started than say the opposite.
Yeah. And I know, Seth, for you, you were with the Nixa Suckers a season ago, came up 1 win short. What would it mean to you to get a semifinal victory next week?
It would mean a lot to me personally. I've never, I've made it to the championship game twice, once with the Showmen and last year with the Suckers, and we've never been able to get it done. So, it's an opportunity, and I want to take advantage of it, and just again, I want to ring the bell and drink the champagne. So.
Well, you're sitting next to a guy who has done it 5 times, Schuyler Carter. You and Daniel England, the only 2 5-timers in the business right now. But I mean, obviously, in spite of all that champagne, you managed to stay thirsty out there.
I
mean, what is it? Just how do you keep going when you're just essentially on a mountain by yourself with just Daniel England?
Yeah, again, just going back to the love of the game, just coming out here and having fun, and then also we're men. We're very prideful. Again, we're not winning anything.
That is the most honest thing that's been said up here all day.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go out there and say, I'm the only guy that's won 6 out of all you players. It would be great. So I guess there's a little pride to it, but I guess a lot of pride to it. but yeah, just having that under your belt, I mean, it's kind of nice.
All right. Well, we will see you guys out here next Sunday, October 12th, high noon. Nixa Suckers versus Ozark Mountain Ducks. The second semifinal will be at 3 p.m. Branson Showman against the Moon City Mavericks. That's going to chase us here at Meadow Park. I'd like to say a big thank you to my partner Justin Loudon, to our director Seiler Bartleme, and our producer Derek Saiko. Also our executive producers are Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis. For all of us involved here at the GRBL, thanks for watching 2 great elimination games today. We'll see you back here for more playoff action next Sunday. But until then, good night from Springfield, Missouri.